Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Dominik Szoboszlai facing showdown with Liverpool hero after Cristiano Ronaldo elbow. Liverpool duo Dominik Szoboszlai and Milos Kerkez are set to face a huge game on Sunday, with World Cup qualification hopes on the line for both Hungary and Ireland in Budapest. On Thursday, Hungary beat Armenia thanks to a Barnabas Varga goal. Had Portugal beaten Ireland, that would have confirmed Szoboszlai's team as coming second in the group, which is enough to get a playoff spot. However, Cristiano Ronaldo was sent off for an elbow and Troy Parrott netted twice, giving Ireland a shock 2-0 win. That means Ireland sits on 7 points, Hungary on 8, and Portugal on 10, with one match left for each to play. Hungary versus Ireland on Sunday is essentially now a playoff for the playoffs, with Portugal expected to bounce back and beat Armenia. Important to secure its place at the top of the group. A draw would mean Hungary coming second, but anything other than that will mean Ireland leapfrogging Szoboszlai and Kerkez into the playoff spot. In the last international break, Hungary drew 2-2 with Portugal, and that point secured by a last-minute Szoboszlai goal now looks even more important. Ireland and Portugal drew 2-2 last time they faced each other. That was in September, when Varga and Szoboszlai scored in Dublin, but Adam Ida netted a stoppage-time equalizer. Coming up against Szoboszlai and Kerkez is a former teammate of the former, Coimhin Kelleher, who signed for Brentford in the summer. Kelleher had already left by the time Kerkez came in from Bournemouth, leaving in search of more minutes after years of finding himself behind Alisson Becker in the pecking order. Despite being the no-to goalkeeper, Kelleher still left Anfield as a hero after leading the Reds to victory in the 2022 and 2024 Carabao Cup finals. Kerkez earned a 6/10 player rating against Armenia from the Hungarian news outlet Nemzeti Sport, which was only surpassed by 3 players. He started actively, the article said. In the 18th minute he tried to pass to Szoboszlai, who was coming out at a good pace, but he passed long. After his next save the ball went to his feet, there was uncertainty in him. In the 32nd minute, he started brilliantly, but he passed it badly, but at the same time he played football with determination. After the break, he had some astonishing solutions, balls kicked to his feet, as if his self-confidence had disappeared a little in Liverpool. Arne Slot urged to take immediate action, as Liverpool issue needs to be sorted. Liverpool has been urged to try and sign a new centre-back in January after missing out on Mark Guéhi on transfer deadline day in September. The Reds' interest in signing Guéhi was well documented, and on September 1st, a deal was struck between Liverpool and Crystal Palace for Guéhi to move to Anfield. At the last minute, though, Palace pulled the plug on the deal, as Palace boss Oliver Glasner pressured his club to keep hold of Guéhi due to concerns over a lack of depth in that position. Guéhi ended up staying put, and Liverpool's frustration at missing out on Guéhi was compounded a few weeks later when new centre-back Giovanni Leoni sustained a potentially season-ending knee injury, leaving Arne Slot with just 3 fit senior centre-backs in his squad. It remains to be seen whether Liverpool attempts to address the centre-back issue during the January transfer window, but former Red Igor Biskin has urged the club to do so. Liverpool has kept just 4 clean sheets across 18 games in all competitions since the start of the campaign, and Biskin thinks that a new centre-back could help shore up the backline as well as add squad depth. Speaking to Boyle Sports, who offer Champions League odds, Biskin said, Liverpool tried to bring in Mark Guéhi, which also tells you that they felt they needed to strengthen that part of the team, so it's not a coincidence that they have. If there are problems, and in all honesty, there are some problems and they're conceding too many goals. They knew that, or they expected that. For this reason, they really wanted to sign a top-class centre-back, so that's maybe the indication that there is something that position needs to be sorted. And I believe it will be sorted. In the near future, it needs to be sorted. Of course, when you play alongside Virgil van Dijk, he makes things easier for you at times, but in the same way, when things are not going really well, they will tend to highlight whoever is playing with him first, so it's not easy to be there. But the good thing from the club's point of view is that you can react very soon in January if you need it, and as I said, just the fact that they wanted to bring a top-class centre-back probably says that they expected this. Florian Wirtz entitled Claim after Liverpool star's feelings clear. That's not unusual. German football sporting director Rudi Völler has defended Florian Wirtz's start to life as a Liverpool player. The Reds signed Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen during the summer transfer window in a deal worth up to £116 million with add-ons. Wirtz is yet to score his first goal in a Liverpool shirt, having made 16 appearances across all competitions. The 22-year-old has 3 assists to his name since arriving at Anfield, but would likely have been hoping for better numbers after the opening few months of his Liverpool career. Wirtz is currently with the Germany national team for the November international break, and the country's sporting director has weighed in on the criticism that the Liverpool midfielder has received in the last few months. That's not unusual in England, where there are many experts who feel entitled to offer very sharp criticism of players, Völler said in an interview with Kölner Stadtanzeiger. That's part of the game, too, but Florian doesn't let it get to him. We're seeing that right now with the national team, because he knows that assists and goals aren't the only indicators of quality in football. He's proven his running and playing abilities many times in the Premier League as well. People are currently underestimating Florian's influence on Liverpool's game, which, in general, isn't delivering what everyone expects from such a top team. But that's definitely not down to one single player. Florian will make his way. I have absolutely no doubt about that, Völler added. Florian is a wonderful player, and people in England will soon see that too, a report in Sport Bild earlier this week claimed that Wirtz is not particularly bothered about comments from pundits criticizing his performances for Liverpool. The Germany international will be hoping to play a key role for Liverpool in their quest to return to winning ways when the Premier League returns on November 22nd with a home clash against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool star was denied dream shirt number due to Premier League problem. Asterisk in the modern Premier League, shirt numbers are more or less a free-for-all. While we have not yet crossed the Rubicon into triple-digit monstrosities, everything from 1 to 99 is essentially fair game. Just among the regular starters at Liverpool, Ryan Gravenberch wears number 38, Hugo Ekitike sports 22, and Andy Robertson dons the 26. Gone are the days of 1-11. In the infamous 5-0 Carabao Cup defeat to Aston Villa in 2019. Then Liverpool midfielder Tom Hill even wore the number 99 jersey. And if you strain your memory, you might vaguely remember someone who used to play with 66 on his back. The name escapes us. TLKSPORT claims there are little-known regulations in the Premier League that steer players away from the largest numbers, with Gianluigi Donnarumma ultimately taking 25 at Manchester City despite claims he would opt for 99. But these rules do not appear to be codified anywhere, with the numbers 1 to 99 all allowed by the letter of the law. Yet sometimes, these unspoken agreements can be powerful. Jari Litmanen found as much when he joined Liverpool in 2001, hoping to claim a particular jersey number. Litmanen arrived midway through 2001 with some pedigree, joining from Barcelona after an illustrious stint with Ajax in 1995. He had even finished third in the Ballon d'Or standings. Yet Liverpool did not lay out the red carpet when it came to jersey numbers. A boyhood fan, the Finn's first preference would have been the number 7, in honor of Kevin Keegan and later, Kenny Dalglish. However, that number was taken by Vladimir Smicer. As an alternative, Litmanen suggested 17, but that was occupied at the time by a certain Steven Gerrard. Meanwhile, 27 was taken by Gregory Vignal. At this point, Litmanen suggested getting creative. Then I asked for 37, actually. I first asked for 77, because I wanted the 7 of Keegan and the 7 of Dalglish. He told LiverpoolFC.com, but they told me that was too high and would be the biggest number in the league, whether because of the unspoken pressure of defying Premier League norms or else some secret league rule. Liverpool did not assign 77 to Litmanen. Instead, they settled on the 37 jersey. In the end, Litmanen decided it was perfect. 3 times 7, Keegan, Dalglish and me. Even this was the second highest number in the Liverpool squad at the time. Funnily enough, a fellow Finnish forward had the only higher number. The little-known Daniel Sjöland was assigned 38. Although he never got as far as making an appearance for the club, Litmanen fared a little better, making 43 appearances in all competitions across his Liverpool career. But amid stiff competition from Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler, and Emil Heskey, the Finn departed after just 18 months, with 9 goals and 6 assists to his name. Nevertheless, He looks back fondly on his time with Liverpool, which included a famous treble. And he has returned for recent Legends matches. While he never quite lived up to the 7 south of Keegan and Dalglish, he still got to write a chapter in Anfield history. *** Liverpool latest. New manager shortlist revealed amid fresh contract standoff. ** Liverpool's title defense has been a disaster thus far. The Reds' 3-0 drubbing by Manchester City marked their second consecutive defeat before the international break, following a 2-1 loss to Crystal Palace in September. After 11 matches, Arne Slot's team find themselves in 8th place in the table, trailing league leaders Arsenal by 8 points. Despite showing signs of improvement with successive victories over Aston Villa and Real Madrid, the Reds look back to square one. Following Sunday's thrashing at the hands of City, the Liverpool manager is coming under increasing pressure. The result has even led the Dutchman to put any talk of a title challenge on hold for now, with rumors of a short list being prepared should Slot lose his position and a contract issue looming for Liverpool. The Echo takes a look at the latest news from Anfield. New manager shortlist while Slot still enjoys the support of the Liverpool board. A list of names he was reportedly up against before becoming Liverpool manager has emerged. The Daily Mail reports that before Fenway Sports Group's FSG decision to appoint the Premier League winning Dutchman, they considered approaches for Sebastian Hoeneß of Stuttgart and former Brighton, now Marseille coach Roberto De Zerbi, Michel from Girona, Ernesto Valverde of Athletic Bilbao and Luciano Spalletti, formerly of Italy and now the Juventus boss, were also in the mix. The report claims the Reds could potentially look to return for those targets should Slot depart, although that scenario remains unlikely. It also highlights Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner and Bournemouth's Andoni Iraola as names to watch, while Inigo Perez of Rayo Vallecano is also flagged up as a manager who has made waves in the football world for his coaching skills. French legend Zinedine Zidane, who has been jobless since leaving Real Madrid in 2021, is also mentioned. However, Zidane has reportedly kept himself at arm's length from managing in the Premier League in the past. Vincent Kompany, who is currently impressing with Bayern Munich, was another name thrown into the hat, although a move to City in the future, should Pep Guardiola depart the club, seems more probable. Triple contract issue just months after sorting out the long-standing contract stalemates with Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool appear to be facing a new challenge on that front. Current contracts for the midfield trio of Alexis Mac Allister, Ryan Gravenberch and Dominik Szoboszlai are nearing their end with the Premier League title winners naturally in demand and their contracts due to expire in 2028. The Daily Mail reports that negotiations are underway, with the Reds trying to secure the players who were signed in the summer of 2023. Liverpool are reportedly seeking long-term deals that reflect the players' value in the squad. However, the agents representing all three players are reportedly pushing for improved contracts. Gravenberch has emerged as the Reds' standout performer this campaign, though his agent's remarks connecting the midfielder with Real Madrid are likely to concern supporters at Anfield. When Ryan was 16, Barca called us, Gravenberch's agent told the Mail. They wanted to sign him, but his father and I prioritized his development. He's good enough for Real Madrid, he added. We would love for him to play for them, but Liverpool would ask for a lot of money. I know they've had their eye on him, but now it's impossible. Speaking ahead of facing Madrid, Gravenberch said, Obviously, I'm happy here. We have to see. We haven't talked yet about a new contract, but we will see. Mac Allister, meanwhile, has pledged his loyalty to the club. Addressing speculation linking him with Real Madrid whilst in Argentina, he said, I read the rumors and the news reaches me, but the important thing is the present. No matter how much the club loves me, if I play poorly this weekend, they'll lose interest. Spanish outlet AS have additionally reported that both Real and Manchester City are keeping close tabs on Szoboszlai. Liverpool are understood to be eager to extend his deal until 2030 whilst offering the midfielder a salary increase to reflect his impressive displays. Yet like his two midfield partners, the Hungarian international currently has no contract offer on the table.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.